Great. So we're here, and what is your company?
We're Winbox.
Winbox?
Yes.
And you made the first Windows-based TV ever.
Exactly. So this is the first TV called Edison, and this is based on Windows CE. Yeah. And it can directly connect to the local network, and it can also directly connect to internet-based services, so web TV services.
So built into the TV, there is something in there.
Exactly. So what's in that TV is that little box, of course, not with a separate case, but it's the same design. So this box on the one side connects to the local network, either using Ethernet or using a wireless LAN, G or N standard. And on the other side, it just connects to the TV. So that's just the European SCART cable.
Also, or just SCART?
Yeah, for different markets, of course.
Not HD, right?
It can do HDMI. That chip goes up to 720p.
Oh, yeah?
And we have a second chip going up to 1080i or 1080p.
Is it a Philips chip?
Philips Semiconductors, former Philips Semiconductors, today called NXP.
Yeah.
And so all the boxes running Windows CE 5 and running the NXP chips.
So you use Windows CE 5, is it based on MIPS or something else?
Yes, the chip has 3 cores, 1 MIPS core and 2 DSP cores.
Cool. So the DSP can do all the video up to HD?
Exactly.
And this one too? Or the one that come next will come?
This is, let's say, the cheapest version, right? Yeah. The business case for that box, and you can see that on the screen now, is there. So this is now connected to the TV directly using the SCART cable, and it's connected to the local network here to the internet.
Are you rendering the interface with the box or with a computer?
No, that's box-based.
The box is doing the whole interface?
Yes, the box is just accessing media from the network. Exactly, yeah.
No interface.
No. I can also show you. So if I just go to the settings area, you see how that system is set up.
You have this special remote for it?
Yeah. So quite simple one. And oops, I'm sorry.
So you go in Einstellungen.
Exactly, which is the settings or preferences. And so the box is just connected to the local network here. You see DHCP and whatever. Then I say, okay, I want to search for computers in that network.
Is using UPnP?
Kind of UPnP, the Microsoft flavor we're using, so Windows Media Connect. And the good thing about that is if you have Windows Media Player 11 on some kind of PC, it must not be a media center, it can be any PC, then the box will find that computer. So this is just a standard laptop we have here, and I say, okay, connect, and then that's it. So the box is now connected to that. Exactly. So you don't need a special kind of server program for that.
Is your box able to do any kind of UPnP if you could?
It could also be like Tronky Vision or Intel or whatever UPnP server.
But when you sell it, or you have to design it for that? Only limited to Windows right now, or?
So Medion is selling a lot of PCs, and these PCs typically have XP or Vista. So in that scenario, typically the bundling is done with Windows Media Player 11, Windows Media Connect. The box can also connect to standard UPnP servers.
But you don't even need a Windows computer in the home. You can just have a NAS with a UPnP.
Yes, that would work.
That would work.
That would work.
No. Windows computer to render nothing.
That would also work.
It's not transcoding the codecs or anything.
No. The box directly using the DSPs can decode a set of formats. Not every codec. But like MPEG-2, MPEG-4, H.264, Windows Media, we could do DivX, but the majority of companies like Medion don't want to put DivX in for license reasons or for support reasons.
They don't say it's DivX, but it does do DivX.
Technically, it could do DivX, but then you have to pay additional licenses, etc.
Don't you just have to pay the license just to brand it DivX? Maybe it does pay DivX, but you're not allowed to brand it DivX.
So DivX, I think DivX is not just one standard, it's a lot of sub-standards, and some are for free, some you have to pay license.
Some of it would work, some of the normal DivX, simple profile, MPEG-4 simple profile.
I would think that work, but typically from the support point of view, so if you buy a box at retail, no DivX label on it, etc., for license reasons and for support reasons, because it's difficult to tell which kind of DivX will work. Yeah?
But usually Philips, they're DivX compatible. When Philips does a DVD player, they always say DivX certified.
Yeah, which is, you can do that, but that just is a little bit more code to it. Medion is not doing that.
So all of these codecs, all of them 720p?
Yes.
H.264, 720p?
Yes.
And the next one, 1080p?
Yes.
And when is the next one coming?
So this box is now on the market in Germany and Scandinavia. The next version we will see, let's say, around IFA, so second half of this year, more or less the same form factors, same variations, but then one chip revision later, some more horsepower.
It's already on the market.
And the chip is already on the market, and the designs are still in the labs. Yeah, but that will happen then, let's say 6 months. Yeah.
So, but this, when is it released, and how much will it cost?
So these boxes will be in Germany around April, and the price for a small box like this is, let's say, around 150 euro retail street price. And what you get is that you get a service in Germany from Pro7 Sat.1, so the biggest broadcaster. They do a video on demand service called Maxdome.
Whoa.
And this service is, it's an internet-based service.
Yeah. So that is possible with that box.
Exactly. That is integrated, and you will get something like, let's say, I just have to log in here, something like 3 months for free, access to 10,000 videos, roughly like that. And then if you want to watch the videos after that, you have to pay, let's say, 3-5 euros for renting a video for 1 day.
Whoa. But you have access to 10,000 videos for free for 3 months.
Yes, exactly. That's already included in the price.
Subscription after that, where you can continue to pay to full access, no limit?
You can do a subscription that is roughly 20 euros per month, or you can go pay-per-view.
And Pro7 is a TV channel.
Yeah, it's the biggest broadcasting group in Germany. They own several channels.
You also have movies?
Yes, definitely. And so what they do is typically that let's say, series like, let's say, Lost or whatever, Sex and the City, stuff like that. They run the most actual series on the TV. It's broadcasted, but they will say in the TV after the series was, you also want to watch the old episodes, go to Maxdome, go to the video on demand service.
Maybe, or a day later or an hour later?
They sometimes make it available online quicker than on the TV. Yeah, so you can watch the next episode maybe 1 day before the others if you go online.
So now you're logged in?
Exactly. So you see, this is a user that's currently not subscribed to anything, so I would have to pay now for single videos. Just a second.
Right.
And
the credit card, you have to put it in, and it remembers.
No, it is one time you get an account.
Username, password. You have to log in, and it remembers your account. You don't have to log in every time.
No, it remembers it if you want it to, of course, because otherwise other people can use it. And I don't know if I have sufficient bandwidth here on the internet to load it, because all the computers are on the same network here.
Is it going to support HD?
And there are already some contents in HD, of course not 10,000. It's a small number and growing.
Small number, and that you can stream over the internet.
Yes.
So you don't need a computer at home, you just need this little box, 150 euro, you get access to all the movies in the world if they license it.
Exactly, if it's available. And it's a growing number of content there.
Is it able to support Flash, that chip?
It is able to support it, yes. And I'll try again. I don't have maybe the DSL speed here, because all the computers here are, of course, on the same DSL line, which makes it quite slow. That is the name.
And it's already launched on a normal computer? Or?
Yes. Yeah. You can also use the service on the PC. Yeah. So for Maxdome, so there we are. For Maxdome, the value, of course, is when you put it directly on the TV or on these small boxes, they are in the living room where the consumer really wants to do it. It's available on the PC, but how many PCs really are in the living room? So that's not mass market, right? So with that approach, they can really enter a mass market thing there.
Right. And these are different products, not this and this.
So basically this is like the big version, of the small box that has all the internet connectivity things that the small box has, plus it has 2 digital terrestrial tuners. And it has a hard drive integrated, so it can do PVR, time shifting, trick modes, all stuff like that. Plus it can also access internet-based services and the network-based services.
So you can actually download videos on it from the internet, or
you could. It depends a little bit on the business model. Some operators do download to own movies, so you own the right and you keep the content. Others, like Maxdome, they currently just do video on demand streaming. But in different markets, different operators do things. So
no plan of that.
No plan really, because the question is, So we're just a technology company, right? So if a customer like Medion wants to sell a product in retail or wants to make marketing together with media companies, they will limit the scope of the services to the set of partners.
Maybe the partners want to save money and use BitTorrent.
Yeah, there are some concepts, right? So there are some let's say, commercial variations of the BitTorrent concept.
Peer-to-peer right now with the hard disk and all that.
Yeah, technically, yeah, it could be done. But then, of course, if a video-on-demand provider or customer of ours says he wants to use that kind of peer-to-peer approach, okay, why not? Because the box has an hard drive, it has multimedia operating system, so we can implement that.
What's it called? How much will it cost, this one, the big one?
So the big one, fully loaded with 2 tuners, wireless LAN, and let's say 250 gigabyte hard drive, will have a retail street price of around €500.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.